Mira Hussain Orsha, as the second speaker, will be talking against the motion that the attendance is the main factor for academic success. Just because a student is present in class doesn't mean he's understanding every single thing. A student can come and just sit for the exam, like in most of the school, the attendance for sitting in the exam is 60%. So the student can just come and sit. Some of the students just come. And there is something like some teachers just come, talk and just go. Some student even doesn't understand anything. And we know that success doesn't come from where you sit, but from where you learn. A student cannot attend school because he might have family problems and other things, but he can get good marks. Just because he is attending class doesn't mean he is the smartest. I would like to give an example. In the COVID-19, the school was off, but what did we see? The students, after opening the school, got very good marks, got accepted in the good university. So how can we define that attendance is the main factor for academic success? And I think we also know that well-educated people is self-educated. Now, I would also like to say that people can also learn from Khan Academy and other type of websites. Studies shows that National Home Educational Research Institute shows that homeschool students is like from 15 to 30% higher than the students who is regularly attending the school. So I would like to say that just because a person is attending the school doesn't mean he knows everything. Thank you.
Honorable judge, respected audience, let me ask you this. If a student never attends the class, can they ever understand it? Can a seed learn from sun? Can a seed grow without sunlight? Without presence, there is no participation, no practice, and ultimately no progress. Attendance isn't just important, it's the root of all academic success. And now, high attendance builds up discipline and academic routine. A research has shown in 2019 from US Department of Education, they found out that students with high attendance rates were significantly more likely to develop academic habits. And these academic habits directly correlate with better grades. I can even ask you this, that my cousin brother was always never to school, and he always never collected his notes, and he always learned from YouTube. The result, he scored less than any other person that could ever think. Attendance enables real-time feedback and correction. When there is ever a mistake in class, our teacher will help us fix it. We ask our teachers, they help us. If we don't ask if we don't ask our teachers, we will never get the answer. The student which just sits there and just listens out of the world will never be able to understand anything. Of course, because he didn't ask. The main key is to ask. You can't win a race if you never show up for it, just as the quote said. And if in class, showing up is half victory, no matter how smart the student is. Thank you.
I am Mohammed Liban Zain, the third speaker of the against team on the motion of the House believes that the attendance of the students is the main factor for academic success. Now, what I will have to say there is, first of all, that forcing attendance on students kills their curiosity. Moreover, rewards their compliance towards rules and not their creativity. It ignores how real learning happens. An example I can give is that I know of a student that comes to class every day, has a high attendance rate, but he does not submit his homework. He does not understand the classwork. Now see, they talked about discipline, but now what I want to talk about is understanding. If a student does not understand the classes, he won't ask questions. He won't know how to read things. Now, a study shows that class 5 students with 90% attendance don't know how to read class 2 text. Why is this? Lack of understanding, lack of discipline, and lack of that. Learning happens through active interaction, not passive listening. Now, an example I can give for this is flipped classrooms. MIT schools have given this flipped classroom idea a try. And now what has it done? It has reached the students' learning capabilities by 20%. Flipped classrooms are basically where students go to class and discuss with their classmates. And they go home and they're learning with their teachers. This improves their learning capabilities, their creativity as they have time. Now, another example I can give is that students with force capabilities, such as, I will give you an example that a school may give a attendance rate of 70%. That if you don't have this, you will not go to the next semester. Now, this is a problem. Why? Many students have problems. Like, what can I say? It's familial. Their father might have a disease, their mother might be sick, but what can they do? They cannot come to school. They need to provide for their mother. They need to take care of them. So what will we do if we cannot provide for them? Without understanding of a student, the teachers cannot provide. Even if they come and not ask questions, what can the teachers do? They cannot force them. This is why I say attendance is not the main factor for a student's learning. Thank you very much.
Iban from the opponent school stated that flipped schools can improve students because they're discussing with classmates in school, and in home, when they go to home, they study with teachers. But may I argue that this is Bangladesh we are talking about. This is not America, and flipped schools still don't exist. Please turn Bangladesh into America before choosing this subject. Students will only learn if they care about academics. So, to make them care about academics, how will they care if they're just absent at home? They need to come to school to develop that specific care, don't they? Students should ask questions if they are not understanding. Liban stated that students might not understand the questions. So if they're at home, they will misunderstand even more, leading to bad results. Researchers state that students who are in class can take in information better than the students who are absent and deliver the class notes to the absent students. But in this case still, the absent students cannot take in the information as good as the present students. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, respected judges, fellow debaters, and my dear audience member. My name is Itiba and I stand firmly against the motion we should prioritize economic growth over environmental sustainability. We say we must protect the environment first because there is no economy on a dead planet. Me, as a first speaker, will talk about green growth. Firstly, economic growth means the increase in the amounts of goods and services a country produces. And on the other hand, environmental sustainability means protecting the nature, reducing pollution, using renewable energy, and making sure that the earth is livable for the next generation. Today, I'll be presenting two claims. Firstly, environmental damage directly harms the economy. Economic growth is meaningless if climate change destroys the very resources we depend on.
Conclude my case and summarize all the points that have been stated so far. Throughout this entire debate, our team has built a firm and consistent case. We have argued not about economic growth being unimportant, but about economic growth without proper environmental goals being meaningless and harmful. In a world that is already facing big issues like global warming, climate change, droughts, floods, heat waves, and whatnot, why are we still prioritizing the short-term profit which we are all aware that is going to cost us in the long run?